So I really want to thank you guys for being here this morning, and I want to thank you for this conversation, because I think this conversation is very important. So the idea is what we project onto other people. Our experience of the world around us is colored through the lens of what we experience within ourselves. And we don't always know this, we don't always believe this, and yet we always experience this. So I would say maybe 10% of what you actually perceive of your day-to-day experience is probably accurate of how you feel or whatever. But even people lie to themselves all the time. How do you feel? Hey, how do you feel? Oh, I feel great. No, you don't feel great. You're just saying that because you don't want to get into that your foot hurts or that you didn't take a poop today or you had an argument. Like, you just don't want to get into stuff sometimes. So you just say, oh no, I'm fine. I'm totally fine. So we just sort of make this projection, this smoke screen on some level, but then we also realize that the world around us is also doing that because they may or may not want you to see into them. So we're always projecting, protecting, and having this kind of game back and forth of, now you see me, now you don't. I'm hiding, there I am. You know, we have this game that we play with ourselves and with our community. And yet we are constantly projecting the world around us as we view it. So like we were saying before, if you count your blessings, you start to suddenly notice that there's blessings everywhere. If you start to count the demerits, you suddenly see like all the broken bits everywhere. So yesterday was a very challenging day in this country, on this planet. There was a lot of stuff that was going on, but yesterday was a very challenging day on this planet. And besides the fact that we lost Tom Petty, I love me some Tom Petty, we also had this mass shooting in Las Vegas. And the funny thing about it, the awful, tragic, wonderful, incredibly mixed thing about it, is that whenever we have an experience like this, it brings all this stuff up to be processed. It's kind of like the hurricane. The hurricane devastated the Caribbean and so many people's lives, but it brings a lot of other stuff up to the surface that needs to be processed. So we can look at the tragedy, or we can look at what emerged. And there was a great tragedy that also emerged great blessing. So when you listen to the stories of what people were experiencing, there was stranger helping stranger. There was person bleeding out, being stopped by another stranger to like take their tie off and wrap it around their leg. There were people reaching out across every strata of society in order to show up, not because they were paid, not because they were asked, but because the voice within them said, be here, be present for this. The best of human nature showed up yesterday at the moment of the worst of human nature. Yes? Yes. So as a result, there were lots of lives saved when there were 22,000 that could have been taken. And so there was this moment, so it wasn't just the 600 who actually received injury or death, and then their families. But then there's that expanded family of all of us around the world who were viewing this, who were witnessing this, who were having the flags fly half-staff, because there was a part of all of us that was attached to this. But what I want to highlight and what I want to focus and what I was really being shown today is that that perpetrator, that man, had a focused, concentrated intention. He had a force of will that was single-minded enough to change the lives of millions yesterday in 20 minutes. He changed the lives of millions in 20 minutes because he took time to focus, to dedicate, to plan, to structure, to strategize, and to create a moment of sincere focused action that changed the landscape forever. And every single one of us have the opportunity to do exactly that too, every single day. In a more beneficial way, one would hope. But we half-ass it all the time. Oh yeah, I'll get to it. Oh sure, I know I should do my meditation, but like I just didn't have time, I had to walk the dog. The dog became more important than your own dedication to yourself. Or yeah, I know, I really gotta, wow, I'd love to build this thing, but gosh, I just don't. Really? Really? Any one of us could be hit by a bus tomorrow. You do not have time to sit around and wait for the magic moment to occur for us to take action. The action is always present now. We are always in the face of our divinity now. It's not tomorrow. We don't have tomorrow. We don't even have yesterday. We have now. That's it. This second. And in this second, if you would have taken all of the years of your experience, all the years of your preparation, that focus, that dedication, your prayer, your mantra, your intention, and you focus it like a laser point, you can change the lives of millions like that. I'm not making it up. We had evidence of it yesterday. Do you think there was a single thing that would have stopped that man from fulfilling his mission yesterday? He was focused. He was dedicated. He was committed. I think his path was a little cuckoo. That's personally me. I don't think it was great. I think it caused a lot of pain and a lot of damage. However, the lesson in that is look at what that single-minded intention can give you if you but trusted yourself and paid attention to yourself long enough to give it to yourself and then to give it forth into the world. But what do? I'm not good enough. I can't do that. I'm not smart enough. I need more money. I need more time. I should have married somebody else. I should have gone to that college. I should not have sold that house. I should have gotten up 20 minutes earlier today. We let those little things be the pebble in our shoe before climbing Mount Kilimanjaro. We let those little things be our reason. We project ourselves onto those other events as if they are the reason that we are not in our excellence. And I'm sorry, I'm calling bullshit. That is not why you're not in your excellence. It is not who you married. It is not where you live. It's not how tall you are or how pretty you are or how fat you are or anything. It's here. This is where your excellence resides. My teacher Yogi Bhajan said, every saint is also a human. Think about that. Every saint is also a human. You can be a saint. How would you be? How would you act? How would you think? How would you share? What would you give of yourself if you chose to live as a sage, as a wise being, as a teacher, as a saint, as an angel incarnate on this planet? How would you live differently? Would you bitch at the guy at Starbucks because he gave you the wrong size cup? Seriously? And yet that's what most of us worry about most of the time. Petty, small stuff becomes our reason for not being excellent. And as a result, we get a lesson like yesterday, which was heartbreaking on 1,000 levels, and yes, was also powerful to, I see it as the point of a spear to break through the mass miasma of I'm not powerful enough to change anything and to bust it wide open. Guys, if you don't wake up now, not you, all of us, wake up now, when are we going to do it? Because I guarantee you, all over this planet, right now, are millions of people who need whatever it is you've got. Whatever it is that you're going to bring forth, whatever you're going to write, or share, or make, or grow, or lift up. There's hungry people right now who desire you, who deserve you, and your gifts. That is why, A, you've put your booty right here, right now. That's why you're paying attention. That's why you're listening. That's why you're doing it, because you already know that on some level. Do you know that?
Yes.
Yeah, you know that, right? You know that, or you wouldn't already be here in this conversation. So my job is not to chastise you. My job is to elevate and support you. My teacher would say that there's a certain role as a teacher that we have to have. I've modified it a little bit, but I see my role as your teacher is to poke, provoke, elevate, and inspire you. So if sometimes I'm not poking you, then I'm not elevating you. I've got to poke you out of your seat. Like, get up, let's go. It's not because I'm doing something. It's because Source is saying it's time for us to wake up. This planet is evolving. The energy is changing. And those who are rattling under the surface, who are so afraid to get out of the box, out of the cage, who want to go back to the good old, bad old, terrible days, make America great again it wasn't that great. It also wasn't that bad. It's still not also that bad, even right now. What's again? There's no again, there's now. So make yourself great now, not yesterday or again or tomorrow or next week or with better education. Be exactly where we are now. Be who you are in your excellence now. Not waiting for some magical horizon to happen. Right? So just do me a favor, take a breath right now, and I want you to cultivate in your mind, and you can share it with me, you can share it with our recording. What's one thing that you're going to do to elevate your excellence today, now, in this moment, that you will carry forth? What is it, Stuart?
It came up to me actually a day ago. I will not give in. I'm using a negative here, but I don't wish to give in to what I perceive as my weaknesses that I can't do something. So I'll try to rephrase that as a positive.
Yeah, flip that. So what's the positive aspect of that?
Positive aspect is I will go forward and ignore what I think is a weakness and just move in a positive direction, putting the weakness that I perceive in me aside.
Okay, that's a really long, complicated sentence, and it's hard to do. What's super short, super simple, it's the point of the spear. It's going to get to the heart of it.
I will not let my...
Nope.
Negative again. Okay, let me try again.
I will.
I will move forward with positive intentions, not with weakness. Better.
No, sir, but you still can't have a knot. We still can't be a knot. I will move forward with positive intentions. Good.
With positive intentions, I will ignore my perceived weaknesses.
How about if you will amplify your...
I will amplify my positive intentions and actions.
Awesome. Give me one positive intention and action that you're planning to amplify. Just one.
Just one. I'm trying to pitch something to Google, so I will work on that.
No, that's not good enough.
No, not good enough.
That's trying about something with somebody else. I want to know what you're going to do, regardless of anybody else around you. What's the excellence you're going to hold, regardless of whether anybody else takes your phone call?
I will continue to have faith that the direction is unfolding in the way that it should unfold, and continue to nurture that faith and that feeling. So,
I will have confidence in my direction. I will have faith in my direction.
Yes.
I will have short, sweet, to the point, easy to say.
I will have confidence and faith in my direction, yes.
Awesome. Know that the moment you declare that, you will be challenged in that.
Okay.
Okay? So I say, you've got to be like, if you're going to declare it, you better take it to the bank.
Yep. Okay.
I declare, I own, I honor, I will have confidence in my direction. I will have faith in my direction. That is like to the bone. Yes?
That's right. I will accept the challenge.
Thank you. I know you will, because that's who you are. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.
Anybody else want to jump into that? What are you dedicating yourself to in this moment? Unshakable, to the bone, bigger than you, something that matters that you can dig your teeth in and go for. Fierce, dedicated intention.
I'm getting to trust myself. It's kind of like the faith.
Yeah?
I don't know how to... I feel a part of me saying like...
Don't own it.
Yeah.
Don't own that. It's kind of scary, right? That's what I'm talking about. Thank you for saying that. That's exactly what I'm talking about. We already know what we have to do. And we get afraid to step out there on the stage in front of everybody and just do it. Because why? What gets in the way? Someone else's opinion?
Or not doing it perfectly.
Or not being perfect.
Not being perfect.
Yeah.
Or it not being the way I thought it should be.
The way it should be. All right, so what's perfect? Anybody show me perfect?
No.
Show me should. I'd like to see a should. Right? That's our ego. That's our mind game. And that's what prevents us from being excellent. That right there. Thank you for identifying that. Because that's exactly what it is. I'm not perfect. It's not going to be perfect. What are people going to say? Or my family? Or if I go out there and I say, you have got to be who you are. 100% to the bone without hesitation. Because that's what we require. Because when the gun is in the air, you don't have a choice to hide and be small. You've got to step up and take care of what needs to be taken care of at that moment. Save the child. Get yourself to safety. Stop the bleeding. Call 911. Whatever the moment is for you to respond to, you must respond. And in that moment, it's not like, I'm not good enough to call 911. I'm not going to do it perfectly to stop the bleeding. Just show up. Make it happen. Do something. An imperfect action is better than no action. You can improve it as you go along. Does that make sense? If you've never done something before, you're not going to do it perfectly. No, you're going to learn how to do it. And you're going to improve it and expand upon it and share something that didn't exist before because you never invented it before. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So what's your commitment, my darling?
Trust myself. It's so tough to say.
Nope, you said it. It was not tough to say at all. I heard every single syllable come out of your mouth perfectly well. I will trust myself.
I will trust myself.
Thank you.
And going back to that example that you just gave, like, I will just naturally get out of my own head and know what to do. I'll give the Reiki, I'll do whatever.
Yes, you will.
And it'll be right for me.
Exactly. And it will be the right moment in the moment. You will respond appropriately. Our responsibility is our ability to respond appropriately in the moment. Not because we rehearsed it or thought about it, because we just did it. We sourced it from that moment, from our heart, from our truth. Now you can source from your anger, which clearly our dear teacher yesterday sourced from his anger. Our tormentor yesterday, the mentor we get to find, he sourced from anger. He sourced from fear. He sourced from rage. He sourced from blame. We don't even know all of his story because we have no idea why he even did what he did. But he did it for a very good reason. He sourced it from somewhere. You get to choose where you source it from, because if you're just sourcing it from your head because it sounds like a good idea, it's not going to live in your body. You have to source it from your cells. Source it from that, like, I am here. God, take me in this moment. Lightning strike me if I am not speaking the truth. That was an oath that people used to give. They used to stand out there and say, smite me if I'm not saying the truth. How focused and dedicated do you need to be to ask for God to send a lightning bolt on you if you're lying? Stick a needle in my eye, right? That was an actual thing. Pinky swear. You do it or we're taking your pinky off. It's not a little sweet, it's a real thing. Roman senators would cup their testicles and say, I swear, or rip these babies off.
That's dedication.
That's dedication. That's like taking it to the mat, right? What do you put your life on that powerful that you would have your pinky taken off or blinded or ask for a lightning bolt to take you if you went back on your word to yourself? That is what that guy yesterday did on the 32nd floor of that hotel. He took it to the mat, he took it to the bank, and he took his own life as a result, because that's how focused and dedicated and committed he was. Now turn that around. Yes.
That's my personal struggle. What I mean is that, like I was gonna say, I choose to recognize the light in me and recognize it in others, right? And that seems so big, and it just seems that I operate better in the darkness. Like I'm not proud of that, but I operate like when the death bell rings.
That's when you show up.
That's when I show up. I don't like to be that way, but I just know right now, as I sit here, that's the truth.
Okay, so it's good to know. So if I ever need to call you, I'll call you. That's great. We ought to know who that team is too. We got to know who the SWAT team is. But at the same time, that's also, thank you. You're getting totally real. Thank you. Thank you. That's it. There's nothing wrong with that. That's great. But it's having that not because as a response to, but because it's a choice for. You already identified that you have it. It exists within you, right?
Yeah.
Which means you can now access him from a different doorway. That room exists. There's not just one door to get there. There's a million. You just get to find another door to access that guy.
And it just seems too that those people who are focused, laser focused on what we would say is destructive or negative, they seem so much more focused on than us that want to do good. I had I'll cut it short, but I had a training officer say to me, how dedicated are you as a police officer? I'm like, I'm dedicated. He says, well, do you iron your own uniform? I'm like, hell no. He goes, well, do you wear your uniform to the mall when you're off with your family? I'm like, no. He goes, well, the gangbanger,
Yep.
he irons his khakis, the creases are sharp.
Perfect,
He
yep.
puts his tattoos all over his face and he wants everyone to see.
100% 24/7 who he
He's
is.
dedicated.
Yep, that's it. That is the truth. Thank you for saying that. That is the truth. That's what I mean about just be out there with your beautiful, with your excellent, with your awful, with your mixed up, with your confused. Be out there, but dedicate yourself to it. Because if you don't dedicate with that same perfect intensity, That's your intentionality. My shamanism training would always teach me we need to be impeccable with our word. Impeccable. Source cannot find you if you're half-assed. Where's it going to land on you if you're not impeccable? That razor crease in their pants, you're exactly right. There's a matter of pride in that.
Mm-hmm.
Self-dignity, self-discipline, self-definition. Beautiful example. So what are you going to dedicate to?
I'm going to dedicate myself to, seeing the light in others, and particularly in the darkness.
Thank you. So what light happened yesterday that you get to find now?
So yeah, definitely the light that showed yesterday with those people who, with their physical instinct that told them to run, they stayed to help.
So take that same laser focus that you have right now and apply it to the shooter. What's the light that you get to see in his darkness right now?
He showed the light on what's wrong. And he did it in a spectacular way.
Yes, he did.
And because of what he did, more people will dedicate themselves to the light or good.
There you go. Absolutely true. Some of our teachers are the greatest darkness. They are. We learn a lot when we have to, right now, real quick. We don't always learn because it's love and light and rainbows and bunny rabbits. We get comfy and we coast. And that's when we start complaining because our coffee wasn't hot enough at Starbucks or some crazy shit like that. But when we see the greatest darkness, that's when the point of light shines the brightest. So I want to thank the soul of that teacher yesterday who broke our hearts wide open to show us what we're made of. And we can blame, and we can judge, and we can say it's their fault. Or we can say, I am responsible for changing my destiny. I am responsible for my community. In 1,000 ways, every single one of us. What's your commitment, my love?
I choose to step into my greatness,
How's that going to manifest?
trusting my intuition and knowing that I know what to do at the right time.
Do you know what to do?
Yes.
Did you hear that? She said yes? Did you hear she said yes? Yes! So what has prevented you from stopping that in the past? Do you know?
Just maybe not believing in myself as much.
Uh-huh. So
Yeah.
why do you believe in yourself more today than yesterday?
Because I went to your training yesterday. I had with you. Yes.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And thank you. And thank
Thanks,
you.
Stuart.
And thank you. So I want to give you guys a little meditation that Yogi Bhajan taught after 9/11, which still breaks our hearts wide open, still breaks mine wide open. And you start by doing this with your fingers, so interlace your fingers. But don't touch the base of your hands together. Keep them apart and put it right in front of your heart center. And close your eyes. And you can focus in the middle part of your mind on your pituitary gland. And just breathe for a moment. And just relax. And I want you to focus and dedicate yourself in your heart space to the light on this planet. I want you to focus and dedicate your truth to that which you have declared as big and important as your intention, as your focus, as your creative power. Your unwavering resolve to that power and possibility and love and gift. That unbending focus and will, I want you to create it as a laser right now. through your heart, through your mind, through your entire being, through the 360-degree being that you are. I would like you to please imagine the planet. You can actually put the planet in the palms of your hands if you like, or put it in your heart, or put it in your mind, or put it as a beautiful spinning snow globe in front of you. Take a moment and connect to that excellence right now, please. Breathe into it. Feel your tailbone into the earth. Feel the crown of the head up above you. Let yourself begin to expand. And as you breathe and as you expand into that space, the mantra is Ramadasa Sa Se Soham. And as you say it, as you connect with it, as you send it out to the planet, imagine it like a sprinkling of light on every being, every plant, every insect, every animal, every crystal, every molecule of consciousness. Inhale deeply. Ramadasa Sa Se Soham. 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 Stay focused. Ramadasa Sa Se Soham. 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 Keep going.
Ramadasa Sa Se Soham.
Imagine the planet receiving this blessing.
Ramadasa
Imagine a coating of light.
Sa Se Soham.
Imagine yourself as the point of that spear, focusing it into that space to burst it open like kaleidoscope colors, like rainbow light pouring all around each and every human, each and every consciousness, each and every particle of creation. Be unrelenting in this excellence, this light, this love. Be unapologetic in your decision and in your desire to hold this light open for yourself and for everyone else on this planet that we share. Be focused and committed into seeing the light in others even when it may look darkness. Take the lesson easily. Open up your own ego as to why you've kept yourself small, why you've allowed yourself to step back from that brink of stepping into your excellence. Allow yourself to expand that radiance so that others may find you, so that we may collect together in this space of light. This is the only moment you have. Use it wisely. Use it with dedication. Use it with single-minded focus. Expand your vision, expand your view. Let yourself connect to the bigger divine plan within you, within all of us, no matter what that looks like. Let your focus, your timeline, your intention all be dedicated to that excellence that you are, that you already know within you. Ramadasa Sa Se Soham 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 Ramadasa Sa Se Soham. Inhale deeply. Hold the breath as long as you can and fill yourself with that light, fill yourself with that dedication, fill yourself with that commitment. Hold it as if you're holding the energy of the entire planet within you, and as you exhale, spread it through your heart space to all. Inhale once again, even deeper. Hold that breath, hold that commitment, make it strong like a diamond inside of you, make it focused, make it concentrated. Send it out into the world. Third time's the charm. Bring it in. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Allow your hands to open as they will. Coming into a mudra, coming into your lap. Seal yourself now in this moment of your contentment, of your connection, of your dedication. Let it be written in stone. Let it be written in your own blood. That which you dedicate yourself now. Make it real. Have it bring tears to your eyes. Make it something worth living for. And then make it even bigger. Make it even stronger. Put gold sparkles around it. Put exclamation points on it. Underline it. Put shiny faces on it. Whatever you need to do. Make it bigger. And now give gratitude from the bottom of your heart to each and every one of our teachers, our mentors who look like our tormentors. Give grace, give blessing, give thanks to the veil that they tear aside so that we may find the light within. Give grace and thanks and gratitude to those who are caught in the crossfire that we might understand, who gave their very life so that we might wake up. Experience that so many people are angels and saints on this planet, and learn from their lives, learn from their lessons, learn from their examples, and then elevate it in your own experience so that we may all be inspired by your gift. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Relax deeply into that space. Let that energy pour through you now, all the way down into the very core of the earth, mixing and mingling, grounding and dedicating yourself to this plane now, to this experience now, to this body that you are borrowing in this lifetime now, and to the experiences, the connections, the communications, the objects that you are also borrowing in this time now. Give gratitude for the gifts that they share with you, and begin to count your blessings every single day. Pages and pages and pages of blessings every single one of us have every single day. I want to thank the mentors, the masters, the teachers, the angelic beings, the saints who walk among us, each and every one of you, for everything that you do to continue to put your ego aside, to open up to your excellence, to share who you are as purely as if it was tattooed on your face. May the longtime sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Thank you for playing, and Satnam.